Time for one more. One more, somebody? Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yes. Because that's the correct translation, and Passover is wrong. I turn to the passage in Acts chapter 12. This is the famous boo-boo, that they're always worrying about, the King James. Some fellow thinks he's smart enough to correct the Word of God, and they go stumbling there like a blind man. Acts chapter 12. Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with a sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. That's the term for the Passover, the pascha. The days of unleavened bread, the feast of the Passover. When they apprehended him and put him in prison, delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Now the complaint here is the word pascha, or pascha, always refers to the Passover, so why translate Easter? Now there are two things that reveal the man that says that's a hypocrite. The first thing is trying to insist that the Greek word be translated uniformly the same every time, which is nonsense. The New ASV translates the word Uranos as sky in Acts chapter 1 and heaven in Acts chapter 1. Two different translations of the same word. Very often a Greek word has two different translations. As a matter of fact, there isn't a Greek scholar anywhere in the universe, any Greek scholar listening to my voice over this tape, wherever it gets, they get in a lot of wild places. There's no Greek scholar listening to my voice right now that ever translates the same Greek word the same way every time. It isn't done by anybody, because it's not good translating. The next thing is to say that Easter was unknown at this time. The King James translators put it in. Nobody knew what Easter was this time. Shows real arrogant stupidity, as Easter is the feast of Ishtar, Astarte, the Queen of Heaven. Jeremiah chapter 44, Judges chapter 2, and Easter was observed by all pagan people 2,000 years before Jesus Christ was born. Therefore, to find fault with the translation shows stupidity and hypocrisy. But that isn't the biggest thing. The biggest thing is Herod is not a Jew. Verse 1, now about that time Herod the king. Verse 6, and when Herod would have brought them forth. Herod is a Roman. And the Romans do not observe the Passover. They observe Easter. So the King James right, his Bible is right, and all the fundamental scholars are just as wrong as if they couldn't read or write. And the good rule for you to follow is, remember this: where the King James Bible says it, and when the scholar says that's not it, the scholar belongs in file 13, and this belongs in your heart and in your head. David said, thy word have I hid in my heart that I might sin against thee. What appears to be mistakes in here is always superior advanced revelation, and I say without blushing or without hesitating, and commit myself publicly. I never have to worry about folks taping me. I'm taped all the time. If they want to hang me, they can hang me. I say this book I have in my hand, this one, is thoroughly able to judge and correct the work of any Hebrew or Greek scholar in the world, living or dead, save or lost. That's why some of the brethren don't like me.